Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. It is the final Tuesday of 2020. And so, you know what that means. Get ready for it. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, so it probably is going to read backwards for you, but it says it's tea time. Because that's what time it is. I got this from my partner in crime, Brian, as a as a fun little holiday present. So this will be hanging out in either my home office or my work office. I'll find a spot for it somewhere. But wanted to let y'all know that obviously it's Tuesday. It is Tea Tuesday. It's tea time, so get ready for that. We're about to have a grand old time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put... You probably will not be able to see it a ton in the background, and I'm gonna try to, not have it fall either. Another tea-themed thing that I have is from Siobhan, which has the very fun Kermit meme of him sipping tea, because that's none of my business. So, here we are, we're at the final Tuesday, the final week of this year. It seems like it's been 5 million years to get through 2020, but y'all, we are finally there. It is on the horizon. We can see it. It is happening. So that is super duper exciting. It is just going to be me today. Brian is taking some very well-deserved time off, but tea does not rest for anyone. So I'm just going to do a super quick tea, let y'all know, kind of what is going on this week, which is nothing, but some really exciting things to look forward to. So welcome to Tea Tuesday. I'm Justin. And here's the tea this week at Elm. Delicious, love it. And I don't want to turn it over all the way so nothing spills out. But one of the things that I'm obsessed with about this cup is the green on the inside. I just think that's so cool, and I'm a nerd for that. But you know what? That's okay. And we love that. All right. So, doing a recap of last week, I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us for our holiday tradition of A Christmas Carol. This year, obviously, was a little bit different, but we were able to still do the production and just do it in a different way. We did it outside on the Elm Street event green, and it went very well. We had everybody spaced out. The actors felt very safe. You felt very safe, so we are so appreciative of just everyone's trust in us to be able to still continue that tradition and to still be able to bring that tradition to you. That is something that is really important to us. We've been doing our Christmas Carol every year since 2002, and 2020 has not stopped us from doing that. So I think, that is something to really be proud of, and know that even in uncertain times, the arts can still be there to entertain us, to make us think, to provide us with perspective, to provide us with joy, tradition. Just anything that you can think of. The arts are a great way to allow us to connect, not only to those around us, but also to, connect to ourselves as well at the same time. I think there's something really special about the power that the arts have to connect us in those ways. So we, just want to say thank you again for, everyone's, understanding and flexibility with that, especially, because we did have to cancel our Christmas Eve performance due to the snow, which, is really weird for Georgia. Getting snow is something that, does not happen a ton. But when it does, we gotta take a step back, and, just, take a pause with that. So we appreciate everyone's flexibility when, we had to make that decision, for the safety of everyone involved to we wouldn't be able to do A Christmas Carol on Christmas Eve, but we were still able to do 5 shows, which is fantastic, especially, for being outside. You were at the mercy of Mother Nature at that point. So, you just gotta, you gotta keep an eye out on the forecast, and, you've gotta pray, you've gotta send out all the good vibes, because, you are really at the mercy of the weather, when you're doing outdoor events. So we're, just really glad that you've been able to take part in a tradition. So, obviously, 2020 is on its way out the door, and we want to focus on all of the fantastic things that we've still been able to do, during... Sorry, y'all. I got a random robocall, and so that wanted to stop tea from happening, and I said, nope, decline. And yes, Britt, agree 100%. Well, I get to both goodbye 2020, as well as, yes, it was cold opening night, but we did the rest of the show, in the afternoon, so that was no longer an issue. So people who wanted that evening experience of seeing a show, they got that, and then we were able to do it the rest of the run in the afternoon, where the temperature was a little bit more favorable. Still had to bundle up a little bit, but not as bad as, being out at night. But we were able to accomplish so much this year. I mean, if you really think about all of the stuff that we were still able to do throughout this year with the Lantern series and construction on the Reeves house, and being able to still do summer camps and find new ways to offer classes with some digital classes. And also, still be able to do theater, both indoors safely, as well as being able to do some of, doing some digital productions as well with Helvetica and with She Kills Monsters, with some of our I Think shows, and with Jessica, It's All Good special, We're All Chocolate. We are able to still do so much. Like, the Lantern series still got to happen. There are so many things that we were able to do in 2020, and I think, it's good to be able to, to step back and to really, take stock of that and say, this has been, a pretty crappy year. But on the other side of that coin, there has been so much that we have still been able to do, and, we're still here. And there is so much to look forward to in this next year. There's so much that we are so thrilled to get to share with you. And we'll talk a little bit about that, probably next week, as, what some things 2021 may hold. But in the meantime, we're taking a look back at our 2020 and focusing on some of the really awesome things that we've still been able to do. So, just if you'll keep up on our social feed, we'll be sharing different things via department. So whether that's education or Lantern series, theater, property updates, we'll be sharing those over the course of the next few days as we get ready for the new year. And then we'll also be sharing some more moments as well on our stories, as well as the new Twitter fleets. I'm still figuring all of that out, but you know what? It is a way to still share content and, have people check out what we're doing, so that's what I'm going to do. But if you're watching via Instagram Live, or if you're watching the replay via Facebook, I've posed a question in our stories there to share one of your favorite moments, Elm Street related from 2020. And so I invite you to go ahead and respond to that after watching this, of course, and share with us, something, from 2020 that, you really enjoyed, or, something that brought you joy or perspective or thought. And we're going to be sharing those throughout New Year's Eve on Thursday as, just a way to continue to look back and celebrate what we've still been able to do in this whirlwind of a year. So I encourage you to check that out and to interact with that. That's a great way to, like I said before, just take a step back and really, see how much has still been able to happen despite, a very not normal year for us and for our entire community. The arts around the, arts organizations around the country are grappling with, how do they continue to serve their communities and provide art to their communities in the best way possible, in the safest way possible, in the most accessible way possible. And, I am really proud of the work that Elm Street has been able to do, with doing, focusing a lot on digital offerings with Elm Stream. If you remember, in like April or May, we were really, that was at the height where everyone, was at home a lot. And so we decided they would be a really great way to still be able to continue to bring, the arts and arts experiences to our community. And so we launched what we called Elm Stream. And, being able to, do interviews with different artists, with different musicians from the Lantern series. A lot of our volunteers stepped in and created storytime videos for us that we got to share. And just a wide variety of different things we've been able to do. A couple cabarets, like musical theater nights, things like that. And so, oh my gosh, I love that. Harper still replays those videos on YouTube. I love that. Yeah, so you can still go back and watch those, so you can check them out on YouTube. If you scroll all the way back through our feed, you should be able to find them as well. And, just there's a lot that, we've been able to still do and still provide to our community, which I think is important. And, in 2021, we will continue to do that stuff and figure out, how do we graduate that a little bit and continue to provide some digital content for our community. I think if anything, we've learned that the digital medium is not going to go away. At the end of the day, people are still going to need to rely on digital content in some form or fashion. So I think, we will find some ways to continue to do that and, still do artist interviews and, find some fun ways to do videos and all that kind of fun stuff. And if you have suggestions for anything that you would like to see, please always feel free to let us know by leaving a comment, by sending a message, an email, things like that. We value your input on some things that you would like to see us do, and how we can make that happen. So as we put a bow on 2020 and we finish out, two words that I continue to say and I will continue to say is thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who has been so supportive and so understanding and loving during this entire year. Like, it really does make a difference, and everything that you have done, whether that's volunteering your time or, helping spread the word about what it is that we're doing, leaving a contribution, all of that adds up, and that makes a difference, and that makes an impact. And so, getting choked up. But from the bottom of my heart and from the rest of the Elm Street staff and from our board of directors, I want to say thank you so much. It really does mean the world to us that we have been able to, continue to provide the arts to, in our community in a time where a lot of places like us can't do that, and have not been able to do that. So to be able to have your support and your faith and trust in us, and your help in continuing that, has really meant a lot to us. So I think with all of that, those warm, fuzzy feelings, I think that is what I would like to leave you all with. And here, we're gonna raise a glass, or I guess a mug, and send off 2020 and welcome 2021, where we have so many fantastic things ahead, and I cannot wait to share them with you. So again, thank you. Have a happy and a safe new year, and we will see you soon. And that's the tea, sis.